Greetings, programs. Welcome back to the Game Grid. We're taking a look at the Faith Leap trial in Act 2, Gauntlet of Shar location. And the idea is to get 4 of these Umbral Gems. You need this one so that you can get to the final part of the Gauntlet of Shar. And of course, the problem with this is that we can't see the path. And the first thing you do is obviously click the fountain. You must click the fountain, the statue of Shar there, to start the trial. It will appear as though you have to pick Shadowheart. You don't have to. You can pick someone else to do the trial. If you get, on the path, that's fine. You make it as far as the final pedestal there, and boom, you could still die. Okay, it's very irritating. There's darkness on those pedestals, and it makes it difficult to revivify at range. So the other way you can do it is you can hit the overhead view. Now, I'm not sure what that is on PS5, but certainly on PC, you press the O key. That gives you the overhead view, and you do the trial by this. There are easier ways. Okay, and here's some of the tips that I would give you. All right, so as you move your character through this maze using this overhead plan that they conveniently gave us in plain sight, most of us missed it. I know I did. What you need to do is make sure that you get it right, and of course you can still die, and I'll show you here an example of this. There are easier ways. Okay, there are spells in the game like Dimension Door. There's Misty Step, for example. You might have very good jumping distance. Problem is there are certain areas on the platforms that might cause you to die anyway. So you just got to watch out for those. The other thing you can do is you could take a bag or some kind of item from your bags, and you could just place it in front of you, see if it kind of disappears or falls. And that gives you a clue as to whether you're on the right path, using the map as we see there. And in a moment, I'm just going to show you the way that's worked for me really easy. I found that Misty Step didn't work, jumping didn't work. As I say, teleportation of some kind, Dimension Door, can be a little bit tricky. There was a period where the fly spell wouldn't work. Okay, but the fly spell now, it works for me. The last couple of times I've done it, a couple of weeks ago, the first playthrough, the second playthrough now, I use the fly spell as well. And you might be saying to me, okay, well, that's great, but, I don't have a character with the fly spell. So there's potions that give you flight. There's also scrolls that give you flight. So you could potentially move out of the trial or load to a previous load point. Make sure you've got one of your characters has memorized the fly spell, or has gotten a fly potion, or has gotten a fly scroll. Good chance that you've picked up a fly scroll along the way. Quite honestly, they're there in abundance. You never use them, so there we go. And you can see I've been following the map. I still die, and that's a shame. So what I do, I go and get the fly scroll that I have, use Lae'zel, and just cast the fly spell, and it's just going to make things really, really super easy. Another thing to say as well, I don't know, I haven't confirmed this, but there was, on my first playthrough, I could actually see the path, and I think that might have been because I had DevilSight, which is a warlock ability, and so that might have revealed the path to me. There was at one time a very amusing thing where, if you actually clicked the Umbral Gem or click to near the Umbral Gem at the final position, your character would actually just use the path without really knowing it was there. And I don't know that still works. I think they've actually patched that out. I think fly for a while was bugged. It didn't work. We can see me using fly here, and it clearly does work. The only thing I would say is that it's great to use the overhead view, so you can be very specific about where you click. The other thing I would say is, as you see there, I engage turn-based mode. What that means is that I'm also not going to run out of time. You've got 10 turns to use your fly spell, scroll, or spell. And, if you dither and you're not in turn-based mode, you might find that you actually run out of time, and then you don't make the final jump of flying across there. Good luck. Enjoy. I hope that was really useful. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.